Alright, so today we're going to be setting up business cards. So hopefully you've already received the business card sheet. You can read over, see it's like a miniature billboard advertisement for yourself, and there's different ways you can have your flow of your business card. So your business card can be centered, flush left, flush right. You can also have it going instead of like landscape, it could go portrait style. I would have to help you set that up a little bit differently, and that's fine. And you can create the card for represents you or your personality, hobby, or interest, represents you or your current job, represents your position in an organization, club, employer or existing company, hypothetical business, or represent you as a student, high school student, or college student. If you notice down here, you do need to include the following: name, address, city, state, zip, phone, email address, graphic / logo. You could put your logo on. If you do not want to use your personal logo, that is absolutely fine. There's some optional things as well. There is a book of business card examples that I will leave up on the front podium for you to look at. But the main thing today is for you just to get your document set up and make sure you have it saved. It's very important that we have it set up exactly the same way I tell you to do. Alright, on the back is your grading rubric, so you're more than welcome to look back there to see what all you'll have to do. First thing we need to do is we're going to create a new document. So let's click on Create New. Alright, we need a one-page portrait orientation, so portrait, 8.5 by 11. We need to deselect facing pages. Deselect facing pages. Top and bottom margins need to be 0.5, and it is very important. I'm going to unlink this. It's very important that you get your top and bottom to 0.5 because this is when we print on certain types of paper. That is the margins on the paper. Your left and right margin will be 0.75. Alright, I'm going to make sure it's all off. And I can technically preview it. It'll give me a preview of what it looks like right here. Okay, so now we are good to go. So let's click on Create. Alright, so this is our document as of the beginning. Now we must create guides. So let's go to Layout, Create Guides. Now the main thing is fit guides to your margins, not to your page. Make sure you click on that because that is very important. So we're going to need 5 rows, 2 columns. I'm going to click on my preview so you can understand. This is a gutter. Your gutter means the space between each one. We will not have any gutters because ours are butted up next to each other. So you need to say 0 gutters on each one. Please make sure that you understand that's 5 rows, 2 columns, fit guides to margins. Make sure it's fit guides to margins. Alright, press OK. So right now, this is your document. Okay. So for example, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 business cards on a page. You don't have to create 10 different business cards. You only need to create 1 business card. If you want to create more than 1, that's absolutely fine. So what I'm talking about is if I want to create a business card, I'm going to zoom up on this part right here. And I'm just going to put a box here so that you understand. I'm going to make it snap to my guides. And I'm going to put a border on it so that you can see. This 1 business card here, this is when I would put my stroke on the inside. On the inside of it, and this is my 1 business card. So I'm just showing you some borders just so that you can see them. Then I would type. So if I want to type my name up here, and I'm just doing something quickly so you can understand how it's going to work for you. And of course I would change my font, but at the moment. And then let's see, we'll use school address. and email. Okay, this is just so that, whoops, this is just so that you can understand kind of how to work stuff and looking at it. So if I had this, just a rule of thumb, the eye can see about 10 size font, okay? All right, so I'm just going to throw something on here and kind of give you an idea of how this is going to look or when you're finished. And I'm just going to put a nice little border here, fill it with cancel. So say this is my business card. Obviously it's not a great example. Alright, so I have my business card. I am going to go ahead and take off this border now, this box that I created, just so that it's not there. Alright, so that would be what my business card would be like if I was to print it out. Now, when I am done with my business card, I'm going to group everything that I created. So I create everything in this grouping. I'm going to group it. Now, the nice thing is, notice that it doesn't butt up to things. I don't have it butted up to the border. And it's going to be kind of hard, so maybe I do need to put a little box around it just so that I have something that I can group it all together and have a guide. Alright, so I have everything, select it all, and I'm going to right click and group it, and then I'm simply going to copy it and then paste it. And I'm going to paste it into the next box. So it might be smart to go ahead and start with a box like I had. That way you just have that outside border. That way you can see. So then you would just copy and paste it to all of them, each one when you're done. So what I'm trying to tell you is make sure you create the one that you want in one border. I do not expect you to have these done by Monday. These will take you some time because you have to look at different designs. If you're the type that wants a front and a back, then you'll need to do 2 pages. So you'll have 1 page here, call it front, and 1 page and call it back. If you want them to go up and down, there are so many different ideas out there. You can look online for different ideas on business cards. Then this would need to be portrait, and you need to start over with this would need to be in landscape, and you would just need to start over. So you're more than welcome to have more than pages. So if I wanted to add another page, I could go layout pages, add a page, and then over here in my pages I'd have 1 page and 2 page, and if I wanted it duplicated, which I should have, which I didn't say that, but I could duplicate it to make it exactly the same with the same guides. Okay. And I can come up here and duplicate spread, and there we go. And then I can trash this one. And then I can and then 1 could be the front and 1 could be the back. And that's totally up to you if you want to do that. You're not required to do a front and back, you're only required to do a front. If you have any questions, I can answer them on Monday. But as far as I'm, just make sure you get set up and save it. I did not save mine yet, so you need to save it as business card. All right, have a good day.